What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Don't want this to denigrate Steph Curry. Not doing that. Not trying to do that. But we gotta stop this living, in this bubble, prison the moment bullshit that we do now, man. The social media era is a very narrow-minded, um, impatient, uninformed, and just ignorant. I'm sorry. A lot of ignorance being spewed out there. Look, I think we got to stop with a lot of shit that we do when we assessing players, right? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I think when you rate players, it ain't just about rings or stats. There's other things involved. There's other factors that you look. You can do it the way you want to. I'll put it like this: you can assess players how you want to. That's your right. To me, I think you have to look deeper than just the amount of rings and uh, what their stats look like. Some people are saying, look, if Steph Curry wins another championship, he is the second greatest point guard of all time. And I mean, I think you could say that if you're ring counting, but at the end of the day, can you really say that he's a better point guard than John Stockton? I'm not saying player, point guard, because really Steph is more of a shooting guard playing point guard. He's not the greatest point guard I've ever seen. Like the actual initial role of a point guard, he's not the greatest I've ever seen of that. He's not the greatest passer. Not by a long shot. He's not the greatest facilitator. He's not the greatest floor general. So how many all defensive teams he been a part of? Finals MVP still. Um, I'm just being honest. I and you can put out certain other things about him. Um, he benefited from playing with Kevin Durant. No matter how much we're trying to put Kevin Durant in perspective, and I do believe people overrate Kevin Durant. I do believe he's a modern day George Gervin, maybe a little bit better. But in the end of the day, George Gervin's still a Hall of Fame fucking player. And if you put George Gervin on the Showtime Lakers, they would have lost any fucking finals. So what I'm saying is, the Warriors had the benefit of having KD on that team. So maybe without KD, maybe in 2017, maybe Cleveland repeats. I don't think they would have won in 2018 without Kyrie Irving. And then you got to look at 2015. What if LeBron had Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving at his disposal for the entire series when he was at his absolute peak as a basketball player? Maybe they went to maybe LeBron three-peats in Cleveland. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to take away what he did, but let's not penalize certain players for unfortunate things that happen to them, but act like luck isn't a part of this assessment too. And when you look at it, Curry was blessed to play with a player of Kevin Durant's stature, at least a top 20 all-time player, top 20, 25. Well, I'll say top 20. He's blessed to play with a guy like that. He's blessed to play with Klay Thompson, who should be top 75. And Klay has hit a lot of big shots to bail out the Warriors. If it wasn't for Klay Thompson, the Warriors would never gotten past the Thunder in 2016 to even get to the NBA Finals, even though they eventually lost that series. There have been a lot of games over the past several years where Klay Thompson elimination games uh, came up big. So I mean, it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, when you start saying things, when people start saying stuff like, "I got Steph Curry in my top 10, but I don't know about Kobe," that rings alarms to me. That rings serious, like DEFCON 5 alarms to me. Because what are you basing that on? What are you basing this on? Are you saying that Curry's had a better career? Are you saying Curry's had a better peak? Um, let's not forget who Kobe Bryant was. Okay, let's not forget that. Let's not forget that Curry was unable, without Clay being there and without Durant there, he was unable to take his team to the playoffs. Kobe Bryant was one of the worst rosters in Lakers history. Was not only able to take them to the playoffs, but to build a 3-1 lead against a team of the Phoenix Suns caliber that won 54 games that year. A team that they were supposed to lose to. They were the 7th seed. Phoenix was the 2nd seed. And they actually built a 3-1 lead before they collapsed. So I watched Kobe Bryant at his absolute peak, which I think was from 2001 to 2009, 2010. I watched him that entire decade. Curry's a great player. Curry cannot dominate a game the way Kobe Bryant could. I'm sorry. You guys can bring up field goal percentages and 3-point percentages and all of this shit. I don't give a fuck what you say. There's no way in hell Kobe Bryant should be ranked below Steph Curry. I'm sorry. This is just silliness. This is ridiculous hyperbole and hype, media hype bullshit.